पहले बोला निकालो नहीं लगता फोटो नहीं आएगा आपको पूछ के निकालो
A wise man once said, A wise man once said, I have always been delighted at the prospect of a new day, a fresh try, one more start, with perhaps a bit of magic waiting somewhere behind the morning. On that note, a very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais and to all of you seated here. I'm Caroline.
And I am Kritika Subhashini.
I will be your host for today. So we request you to kindly bear with us.
On behalf of the Association for Innovation Development of Entrepreneurship in Agriculture, AIDEA, the Technology Business Incubator of ICAR NAN, Hyderabad, we welcome you all for this first graduation ceremony of Agri Startups.
I extend a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais, and as a token of welcome, I now request our Director, Sir, Dr. C.H. Srinivas Rao, to welcome our Chief Guest, Mr. Devshish Pali, the Chief General Manager, OFD Nabard, Mumbai, with a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I now request you, sir, to honor Mr. Shantanu Pensi, the Chief General Manager, SBI ABU, GSS Mumbai. Thank you, sir. I request you, sir, to extend the welcome to Mr. Emmanuel Murray, the Investment Director of Caspian, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir. I now request you, sir, to welcome Dr. L. Narasimha Murthy, Senior Executive Director, NFDB, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir. I now request you, sir, to welcome Ms. Sunita Singh, Executive Vice President of Vadvani Foundation and co-founder from Mumbai. Thank you so much, sir. I request all the dignitaries to kindly be seated.
A lamp emits such a light that makes the path bright, dispelling the darkness around, illuminating every sight, enlightening the world with all its might. I now request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. Kindly, sir.
Director, I asked director, welcome with the floor bouquet. No? You are not told me. JD, Vijay Avinash No, it just.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. I now request our CEO, Dr. Senthil Vinayagan, sir, to welcome our Director, sir, Dr. C.H. Srinivas Rao, with the bouquet. you, sir, to welcome our Joint Director. I now request Dr. Vijay Avnashlingam to welcome our Joint Director, Dr. Venkateshwaru, with the bouquet.
Thank you, sir. I request the dignitaries to be seated while we now hear the ICAR team.
Thank you so much, everyone. I would now like to introduce Dr. G. Venkateshwaru, the Vice President of AIDEA and the Joint Director of ICAR NAR. Dr. G. Venkateshwaru served as the Assistant Director General, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research in September 2014 to April 2021. He was also a Principal Scientist at the Central Institute of Fisheries Education, a Professor at Dublin Institute of Technology, Ireland in 2013, and a scientist at Indian Institute of Horticultural Research in Bangalore, and a research scholar at the Kakatiya University, Warangal, and also a visiting scholar from the University of Massachusetts in 2009. His area of expertise include quality assurance and higher agricultural education through policy support, accreditation, fish and fish oil-based nutraceuticals and value-added products, and IPR issues, commercializations of technologies. He is currently serving as the Joint Director of ICAR now. I request you, sir, to give the welcome address, please.
Thank you, Karen. Shubhodayam, Suprabhat, and good morning. Most respected and distinguished chief guests of honor, esteemed president of today's function, and mentors, awardees, and startups who are going to take the honors today, the faculty and staff members of NAR, and students of our PG diploma, and ladies and gentlemen. It's my proud privilege and a great honor to extend the hearty and cordial welcome to all of you on this auspicious occasion of first graduation ceremony of Agri Startups of AIDEA of NAR. I must mention here the AIDEA is the first food and agribusiness accelerator also. So here, during this wonderful journey since 2015, AIDEA has brought several laurels and contributed immensely to the startup culture in the domain of food and agriculture. Today is a special day to all of us. It's the first graduation ceremony by First Food and Agribusiness Accelerated, and today we are going to honor the batch of 20 agri startups who graduated successfully, completed their program, and also today we are going to have first alumni of the agri startup of AIDEA. So with several distinctions, with several milestones, I once again welcome all of you. At the outset, we extend very hearty and warm welcome to our chief guest, Sri Devasis Padisap, Chief General Manager of Nabard Mumbai, Sir, we are really delighted to have you with us on this special occasion. You know, this is your baby, and I understand your emotional feelings today. This baby has given so many startups to the ecosystem of agriculture and food. Sir, your commitment to overall development of the sector, and especially your support to the startup ecosystem, and also AIDEA makes you closely connected to all of our hearts. Sir, we express our sincere gratitude to for accepting our request to be the chief guest. I am sure certainly your chief guest address will enlighten us and provide new directions and action plan for a brighter future of our startups. Thank you, sir. Thank you for gracing this occasion. I wholeheartedly welcome Sri Shantanu Panse, Chief General Manager, State Bank of India, for gracing this occasion as a guest of honor. Sir, we feel highly obliged by your presence today. Your presence reminds us about the slogan of SBI, which says, "With you all the way." So startup friends, please remember SBI is with us. So always they say, "With you all the way." Certainly our startups look forward to have your continuous support and blessings. I earnestly welcome Mr. Emmanuel Murray, Investment Director, Caspian. Sir, you don't require any introduction in the area of this particular startup system. We are grateful for your unstinted and continuous support to our budding entrepreneurs. The tagline of Caspian, "We understand your needs." So that's more than enough for all of us, and that provides much needed assurance to all our startups. Thank you, sir. Thank you for gracing this occasion. I sincerely welcome Dr. L. Narasimhamurthy, Senior Executive Director, NFDB, and our own colleague. It gives immense pleasure to have you amongst us. Murthy, your efforts through NFDB, particularly in implementing entrepreneur models under central sector component Pradhana Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana to support entrepreneurs and promote private investment in fisheries and aquaculture sector, that's a great contribution. Sir, I welcome you to this occasion. I passionately welcome Ms. Sunita Singh, Executive Vice President, Vadwani Foundation. Madam, your association with the Vadwani Entrepreneur Network to inspire, educate, and enable the startup entrepreneur is highly commendable. We all expect that several other foundations and endowments also emulate the pathway you led for the growth of startup ecosystem. Thank you, madam. Thank you for gracing the occasion. I welcome Dr. Srinivas Rao, president of this function, and a guiding force behind all our endeavors, who is always with us to support and guide. And I express our sincere thanks to all distinguished mentors, resource persons, and colleagues from other ministries, other departments, other institutions to join for this important function of AIDEA. I offer my heartiest congratulations to all the startups who have successfully completed their graduation. Once again, I welcome all of you to this National Academy and first graduation ceremony of Agri Startup. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the welcome address. I would now like to introduce Dr. Senthil Vinayakam, the Chief Executive Officer, AIDEA. Sir started his career during January 1991 as a program officer at Zonal Coordinator.
And the CEO. Okay, thank you. So very good morning, respected chief guest of the today's event and CGM of Nabard, Mr. Devasipati sir, president of this event today, and president of AIDEA and director ICR North, Dr. C.S. Srinivas Rao. Eminent guests to address on the guest of honor today, Mr. Shantanu Panse sir, CGM of Agribusiness Unit from Mumbai, Mr. Narasimhamurthy, Senior Executive Director from NFDB, Mr. Emmanuel Murray, Investment Director, Caspian, Madam Sunita Singh, There is a senior executive president from the Vadani Foundation, the vice president of AID and joint director of ICR, Dr. Venkateshwarlu sir, my colleagues, additional CEO, Mr. Dr. Vijay Avinashilingam. There are a number of mentors who are here today. Dr. Kalpana Sastri Madam, Sir Ramana sir, and from Mr. Khan, Mr. Vivek Vermaji from places from the university and banking official from HDFC, Indian Overseas Bank and Canara Bank, and many other colleagues, many other mentors. All my faculties, very importantly, awardees today, 20 awardees of the Krishi Boot, Nabard officials, and SBA senior official, Mr. Sinha sir, and our PMC member, Mr. Sendil Somsundar sir, Mr. Shivakumar from SBA. And there are good number, invited few farmers probably will be joining here. And bank officials have come, they have been made that this interface definitely will help us. Few investors and officials from ICR and university officials, other incubation center, Mr. Gaurav, you have come here, please, welcome you. Officials and staff of ICR now and my aid officials, and very importantly, our future entrepreneur or startup, our PGD ABM agribusiness students who are here. I welcome all of you for this today's very important event. In the guest of honor, you will see that there are 4 eminent experts. We are deliberately placed for the startup ecosystem. There are 4 verticals are playing major roles of that. One is the government. All of us know that, who represent our NFDB, which is having a Fisheries Development Board, is coming with a larger way to support the startup ecosystem on the fishery sectors. And similarly, we have the now banking sectors have come forward. Last 10 days back, Nabard has organized, there's an interface with the startups and bankers. We could able to connect around 18 banks. And now that relationship is continuing with the AID system, and our startups presented in front of the bankers, which made our State Bank of India with the corporates, with the head office. We had a MOU in the last month. So for which we are thankful to CGM sir for your good initiative. And soon after the SBA process, MOU started. There are 3 startups already approached the State Bank of India for funding support, and other banks also with the HDFC and other organizations, we are in the process. The third vertical is very important, that any organization, any trust, any foundation, also more important. We have a very good experience with the Samanidhi Foundation, where with the help of our advisor Ramana sir, we had a good program. Large number of FPOs they brought it from the Telangana regions, and we have made it a very good immersion program. We would like to extend all these foundations who are working with us, who are ready to be a part of it. In this process, Vadani Foundation is working on the very excellent way at the national level on the accelerator program. They have developed a good modules for the startup ecosystem. And we had last 1 month, we had a program. Now our Krishi Boot, some of the startups already started with the acceleration program, which will help our startups to further growth of them. That's why we are called to the third vertical of that. The fourth important aspect, if I ask any startups that what do you need, immediately they'll say fund, money is required, right? So for which our investor, great investor, he was here at Caspian, and we have good investor systems. We have in empanel more than 300 investors with area, and Caspian is on Omnivore and All Social, many more. They are always part of this. So representing all investors today, we have from Caspian, he's a director for the state. So we are welcome you, sir, for this. So on this process today, we have made it, of course, as our JD sir said, that this is the baby of Nabard presently, which has started its growth with the help of the Department of Science and Technology, and we are continuing to get support from many other organizations. Sir, on behalf of, I'm supposed to be here to say about the setting the scheme, that is a time to be given. So I should brief what we have done it in the address of everybody. So on behalf of IDEA, it is my pleasure to inform that today's event, it is really a great and unique event. According to me, it has not been organized nowhere a startup, a formal graduation ceremony in any part of it. And this being a first initiative has been planned to empower all our startup ecosystem. We should be a model to other organizations to how we can empower the startup system to growth for it. As all of us are aware of that, any graduation ceremony which marks, there is a major transitional changes. There is a moment changes for the startup founder. This celebration, definitely I'm sure that recognize our hard works. done by your startup system. You are all put a lot of hard work, which will recognize you, which will put up your idea to the prototype model, which you brought it, the journey which you have made it, and its achievement during this incubation period of 1 year with us. On completion of this incubation period, the startups are looking for the next stage. It's called acceleration. We are confidently inform you that this completed incubation period has made a lot of networking for you, which made a lot of new friends to connect for your startup system and developed a lot of new skills and discovered your inner strength, what you have it. And sir, I'm really sure that every one of your startups who have made an effort and few of them made output, you have brought it a prototype to the list level and addressing the problem of the farming community. That's what we call as agri startups, we indicate. So who are really shifting this in the first 2 rows of this year, all these 20 awardees are here. So we are happy to share that this AIDEA is one of the technology business incubator of ICR NAR. It's contributing its best possible effort to supporting in the form of nurturing our startups by providing mentoring support, both technically and also in the business mindset. We have more than empanel, we have more than around 400 technical mentors with us. We are very strong from all our ICR Institute and State Agriculture Universities, having 113 plus 74 universities we have today. We have empanel technical mentors and we have 100 business mentors to support our startups system. As per their requirement, we are able to make it. We are very, very thankful to Mr. Vivek ji and Ramana sir and all other people who are always have a mentorship support. We have in Hyderabad itself, we have 25 mentors in Hyderabad. Always they are supportive to us from them. And throughout the country, we've done now the COVID has taught us a startup how to attend a virtual meeting and get a mentoring on the online mentoring system. So, AIDEA said NAR could reach to the expectation of the first funding agency. It is called DST, Department of Science and Technology. They came forward in the year of 2014, followed by DBT in the year of 2019, and by Nabard in 2020, and by even with ICR along with that. AIDEA received, there is a prestigious award called the National Award for Emerging TBA from Government of India during 2018. Because we are the first awardees in the food and agribusiness innovator. We got an award in 2018. This incubation center is well recognized as a best food and agri-investment sector throughout the country and have organized various events through own trademark. We have our own trademark. Whenever we organize the event, our trademarks have been replicated as in the form of Krishi Boot for incubation, Agri Udan for acceleration, Ignite for students' encouragement to the incubation. We got our own trademarks, which will be represented in every place of it. Even I heard that there is a civil service examination, Agri-Udan was questioned, which has been coined by trademark of this organization. That proud always goes to my startup system. They made a lot of visibility to us. Sir, so far 250 startups were undergone incubation, and out of which 120 were completed their incubation period successfully during the year from 2015 to 2022. Out of 120, 20 of them have completed in the last year, which we have received the funding support from the Nabard. So today, these 20 of them are going to receive the awards for this awarding ceremony, which the earlier 100, we are going to make it alumni. Already we started working on the alumni, some of the alumni have come. Now, the next step, which we are going to do, make it alumni network of startup. Sir, as per the record, it says that there are the national record of the DPIT says that 3,000 agriculture startups are there out of 88,000 startups promoted under the DPT. I can say that 10% of the 3,000 is from NAR AIDEA, which is contributing. 250 startups are there. AIDEA startups represent in many of the events, even the recently which held that where Prime Minister PMO itself is inaugurated the agri startup. Out of 150 stalls, 25 from the AIDEA has been represented of our startups are there. So a lot of representation has made in the system of agri startups, we are able to succeed it. Similarly, there are 52 startups were accelerated through Agri-Udan. So, and out of which 14 will be completing this April 28th, and we have a demo day or pitch day, which is going to be organized as a mega event, wherein there is a market fit and where all the investors will be invited to make it. This is the 5th event which is going to be done on April 28th at Hotel Novotel, which has been already designed for it. Sir, these startups have raised, as per our record, more than, there are many people never disclose it. We have, as per our record itself, more than 200 crores have been raised by all these accelerated startups till today. Even day for yesterday, we have signed for 3 crores have been raised by Bharat Rogan. We have given, as we are the first investors to them. So whenever they take fund from raising them, they take no objection from us to raise for it. That itself will reflect that we are there in the board of meeting for all the fund wherever we invested it. AID also shown the success in implementing Nidhi Priya's grant from the Department of Science and Technology, though they joined it a little late, but we were very pioneer and we promoted 20 startups by providing at the rate of 10 lakhs grant to them. Similarly, Bayrak Big Forwards came to us 19 startups and given 50 lakhs, almost around near about 9 and 50 lakhs, almost around 10 crores have been given. This is all which always will say that which help our all this incubation when they come to the next process. This funding support has provided a lot of support to them. The commitment and sincere efforts put by my predecessor, my CVO, Mr. Dr. K. Srinivas and my team really made a lot of support for implementing different various schemes. We also can support that. We also have given a provided of the seed fund support from the different organizations like Nidhi SSS and Bayrak from Bioseeds and Nabard CCF funds, which are amounting for totally of 7 crores. So now our strength has increased in my area team. We are really becoming very strong in the fund investment, seed investment. We have a good support from here and we have a good support from the bankers. And we are expecting some type of support from the SBA also in future to in the form of the seed investment. So nearly 24 startups we have invested for about 25 lakhs on the equity basis. Sir, the funding support for Nabard has been given a new pathway, or it has given a way forward to enhance the portals of startups. We have expanded our networking system little larger way. AID could be able to connect more than 600 APOs. This has been done because of only by the Nabard project. Today we had connected with the 600 APOs. We have done a programs with in the name of the called immersion program, and 3,000 agricultural graduates. We have done it on the form of the sensitization program, which their students were unaware of about what is going on in the startup ecosystem. And then with the 20 agriculture universities, we have done a program. So we also connected with the 18 banks, including the SIDBI. Thanks to Sri Sandana Sir, CGM Mumbai for MOU you executed with the AID for the last weeks. Sir, we also would like to have a request support from the Ramana Sir for Ramana Sir and my team of the people who are in the city here. They are always in the jury of selection. Our selection process for every startup, every funding system is a minimum of 3 levels. It goes for it, and which has made all the organization to be a part of it. And we are also receiving the wet lab facilities from Indian Rice Research Institute. He is representing from our director could not come for it. Dr. Harish Sir has come here from the Rice Research Institute, and we also good support from Agribusiness Foundation, where there is a Agri-Biotech Foundation where biotechnology wet lab facilities are here. The director also here, and from all 26 ICAR Institute had MOU with ICAR Institute with AID, which have given a support to us to create a wet lab facilities. Sir, we have been encouraged, motivated, empowered by DST, DBT, ICR for implementing various grant schemes. And we are really, Mr. Dr. Manish Diwan would not join for it. He is head strategic division of the Bayrak, and Dr. Anita Gupta of senior advisor of DST. They provided maximum support at the early stage. Still, it's continuing with us for the program. Very close coordination and continued support and funding support from Mr. Devasipal sir, from CGM Nabard, Madam Sushila Sindala, Madam CGM of Nabard, Telangana, Mr. Somasundram, Mr. Selva, Mr. Haragopal Yadav, GM of Nabard, and the entire team of Nabard. We have a very close relation, including RO of AP of Nabard. Andhra Pradesh RO also we have a relation, and we raise our achievement at the expected level. Over and above all the funding, organization support, we received very guidance and encouragement from our director now and joint director now. And more than that, more than my 50% of the faculty, they also spend time for us as in the form of different level, different organization. Every level I discuss my faculty, all faculty of more than 50% of our faculty always involved in many of the activities, which has helped us to bring a success. Sir, as AID is receiving a wonderful support from our administration, our CEO is here, and finance section, SSMC members, PMRC members, and our IT unit, training unit, and vehicle section and hostel section, we are able to make success in all the assignments. With this, I thank all and best wishes to all the startups to start our next journey of this graduation has to go to the next level of acceleration. With this, let me conclude my discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that introduction about the program. I would now like to introduce our guest of honor, Ms. Sunita Singh, the Executive Vice President of Wadhwani Foundation, Mumbai. Ms. Sunita Singh is a motivated and proficient leader with 25 years of experience and establishing and managing organizations, national and international markets, and field operations across non-profit and commercial world. She is also experienced in the government sector, higher education, investors, corporate sectors, and so on. Ma'am, we are very honored to have you here with us. Please, a few words.
Thank you very much. So, namaskar and a very good afternoon to everybody who is here. Let me start by just saying what a great privilege it is to be here for multiple reasons. First, such a wonderful effort, Dr. Senthil, and so many firsts to your credit and to the credit of AIDEA. Also, all esteemed guests, dear students. I hope that you're all paying attention to what's happening in the startup world around you. All the mentors and faculty members who've been supporting the incubating teams. The incubating teams that are actually in the process of building their own startups. And then the very privileged graduating teams. It's a real honor to be here in your presence, all of you. Let me start by first congratulating all the teams that are graduating. It's not just an honor for this institute that you are going into the real world with your startups, but equally for our country. Because I think it is the startups that are adding new technologies, new products, serving the needs of the country in different areas today, and making a pledge to continue to serve the needs in the future. So I think it's absolutely a wonderful thing when you see new startups join the startup community out there. I wish you all success, and I hope that very soon we shall see you rise higher and higher in your endeavors and become very, very sustainable and growing businesses of the future. It's a tough world to be in, actually. And the saying that it takes a whole village to raise a child is probably true for startups as well. I think the very fact that there are mentors and investors and faculty who have supported this team of 20 years is a testament of that. And I don't think it ends here. It continues for you. Going out there, building your networks, continuously looking out for the next mentor and the next investor is part of your journey now. So as you go out into the world and you are best experts to what you are doing, but there are a few things that I think, from our experience of what trips up entrepreneurs when they're out there, that I thought I should just highlight here. So while there are many, many things, I think a couple of things stand out enormously, particularly in the context of today. And top of mind on that are two. One is customer orientation and the other is disruption. the world is a very, very fast changing one today. And that has implications on everything that we do, whether today, but also looking out for what's going to happen tomorrow. And it's a hard thing to do, particularly when the rate of pace of change is accelerating so quickly. But I think the one thing that successful entrepreneurs and even established businesses have demonstrated again and again and again is customer orientation. Staying true to your customer, always keeping an eye on the needs and whether you are still fulfilling those needs is of paramount importance. I'm sure you've heard it during your incubation process, but I think you need to kind of really understand that that doesn't stop once your company is launched. It actually becomes even more important to continuously stay in touch with your customer and to continuously evaluate if their needs are rightly aligned with what you are doing. And of course, everything else follows from there, whether you have to tweak your product or service, whether you need to kind of shift your business model, whether you need to bring in different talent to serve those needs. All of those things are all associated with it. So do keep an eye out for that at all times. And the other thing I would say is don't delegate it to your 10th team member. That's your job as the founder. The second thing, which has become very, very important in today's world and often takes all of us by surprise, is disruptions. And I want to differentiate between disruptions and what we may call as disruptive innovations, right? One is in our control, the other is not, right? If you are part of building a disruptive innovation, you know what you're trying to disrupt and you have control, at least on what you're doing. Most of the time, when disruptions happen outside of your organization, and they have implication on almost every individual and every business that's operating out there, those disruptions can be very unsettling, particularly for startups, whether they are technology driven, whether they're driven by social trends and changing social behaviors, driven by policy changes, or driven by, today, I think, environmental changes as well. But I think developing the ability to distinguish that which will truly be disruptive and keeping an eye on the external world for that, it's a unique skill. Hard to build, but important to build. Because when it comes, either you can be reacting to disruptions, or you could be figuring out how you could leverage the changes from disruption. So it's a factor of both staying on top of things that are happening, but it's also a factor of the mindset that we go in with. And I think in the past 2-3 years, we saw some of them. And I think we all adapted. Right? And the difference between adapting over 2 years and adapting over a month or 2 months sometimes is of life and death for a startup. That's the difficulty here. And so for a startup, paying attention to that becomes of even more importance than it is to an individual, because it affects all of us. Whether it was demonetization, whether it was COVID, whether it is all these environmental, shifts that are just taking us all by surprise, or it is generative AI that's literally developing new versions every 3-4 months. All of these have implications on how businesses will function, how consumer opportunities and needs will change, and therefore how you will, make use of them. And the last thing that I want to kind of, just point out or really bring to the fore It's not new information. It's just something that I'm bringing to the fore is that we're still largely an agricultural country. And not only are we just an agricultural country, we also have smallholder farmers out there. A lot of who are not even aware of things that we're talking about over here. And so their ability to ride those changes is very, very, very limited. And the environmental disruptions that are happening even more frequently than we all expected. And the political and the other world doesn't seem to be paying enough attention. That's the difficulty of the world. It's not just our country. That's the difficulty of the world. So the onus of really paying attention to what those shifts will mean for the areas that you're working for and how you might help make that better. I think it's both. It's a great service that you're doing and you would continue to do if you're working in the field of agricultural business. But I think staying ahead of the curve is equally important here, so that you can both be successful yourself, but you can then also provide services that are going to be of true value to very large numbers of people in this country. We're talking about billions, and this is, and we are one of the few countries that actually has to talk about billions of people who could be adversely affected by the changes that are rapidly happening. But with that, good luck. It's a tall order, I know, but you're also courageous people. That's why you are there. Keeping some of these things on the top of their mind and understanding what's the value you're bringing to the world should give you more energy to tackle the challenges that you are. With that, good luck, and I look forward to your greater success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words. I would now like to take this opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. N. Narasimhamurthy, Senior Executive Director, National Fisheries Development Board, Hyderabad, with 19 years of flawless experience in fisheries sector and playing major role in enhancement of fish production, productivity, and utilization in the country and coordinating the fishery development activities in an integrated and holistic manner. Thank you, sir, for joining with us today. We would invite you to say a few words.
Good morning to all. Dignitaries and the dais, of the dais. Andariki namaskaram andi. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Director Norm and his team for organizing this very important event, our graduation day on agri startups, which is actually I feel is need of the hour. Under the directions of Honorable Prime Minister, our Fisheries Minister, and Secretary Government of India, Department of Fisheries. So, I mean, fisheries sector is showing very good growth, around 8 to 10%, even in the COVID and post-COVID time. This is the only sector I think uniformly has shown some growth, even in COVID hit India. Then all of you know our Honorable Prime Minister flagship program on Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So under Atmanirbhar Bharat package, which includes 20,050 crores, which includes central share maximum 9,400 plus crores, plus state share around 4,880 crores, plus beneficiary share. So total is around 20,050 crores, which has around 65 schemes, which is implemented from last 2.5 years. So 2025 is the dates to implement this one. At present, we are climbing around the 16.2 million metric ton as a fish production. When I say fish production, it includes everything, including brackish water, freshwater, reservoirs, cage culture, including aquaculture, like shrimp production. So, but still we have a lot of targets. By 2025, we have to achieve 22.2 million ton with 3 to 5 ton per hectare when it comes to finfish production. Per capita consumption is the issue in India. We have around 8 kg per person per year in India. We need to enhance at least 12 kilo by 2025. Then foreign exchange, at present, we are somewhere near to 58,000 crores. So target by another 2.5 years, we have to cross 1 lakh crores as the foreign exchange. Then employment generation. And so many other things we have, like post-harvest losses, we have to raise to 25 to 10%. Then we have many schemes, as already our Joint Director now mentioned about NFDB and Government of India schemes. Since I can see many youngsters and many our graduates with startups today is going to award. So we have, as I mentioned already, we have 65 schemes. Very important schemes we have, like Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana with the state share as well as central share with beneficiary share. We have something called entrepreneur model, okay, where the startups can think of in big way. So under entrepreneur model, we have non-refundable subsidy up to 1.5 crores. It is 25 to 30% subsidy for multiple activities. Under PMMSY, we can come for one activity for one person, so up to 5 years. So he has to wait for next component for next 5 years. But in the entrepreneur model, one person can apply any number of fisheries activities. If it is your project cost is around 5 crores, so straight away you can get around 1.5. If it is woman or SC/ST, you will get 1.5 crores. If it is general category or firm name, you'll get 1.25 crores. That is 25 to 30%. This is one really I want to highlight today for the startup people. There are a lot of applications already arrived. Now it is advertised, and you can just log into NFDP website. You can get all these details. Anybody is really interested to establish Aqua Hub or any fisheries activities, so you can contact me or contact our NFDP office at Hyderabad, so we can help you. So this type of workshops, as I mentioned, is very important. I feel this type of workshops are good to capitalize young talents in the country to bring a noble solution to the fisheries sectors. In existing different biodiversity, Indian fisheries and unrealized potential sector offers various opportunities for bringing in suitable business solutions to maximize the benefits for the fishermen and fish farmers. Even though fisheries sector is the fastest growing sector among primary production sectors, in order to realize the true potential of fisheries sector, technological breakthroughs are required for enhancing the production, productivity, and efficiency of the fisheries value chain. No doubt it's a sunrise sector and have immense potential for equitable and inclusive growth. This sector recognized as powerful engine for providing employment to 14.5 million people and sustaining 28 million fishermen of the country. This is the right time for the young entrepreneurs of the country should come forward and offer solutions to resolve ongoing challenges through technology interventions, innovative solutions, and we need startup interventions on designing and develop the technology to enhance the productivity, develop the infrastructure and post-harvest management, develop the business solutions and outreach activities to make fish products easily accessible, develop the sustainable solution to reduce and stop soil erosion, siltation of the water bodies, and eco-friendly solution for the coastal fishes, whether through artificial intelligence or machine learning or any other tools. So we have to achieve, like already Honorable Prime Minister has given the slogan, more crop per drop, because we don't have, any relaxation to, use the land, waste the land as well as waste the water. So we have to think of horizontal or vertical expansion both when you're producing crops, including aquaculture crops. And also whatever we produce, as I mentioned, 16.2 million ton already we produced in India at present. So effective utilization of our own products, our own resources, so be a vocal for local. There is again one more very important slogan for us at present. So Department of Fisheries, Government of India and NFDB aims to progressively contribute towards the nation building by fulfilling the objectives of making Atmanirbhar Bharat So thank you very much for the opportunity to be in here, in front of all of you, because I started my career in this campus. So it's really honored to be here. I think 20 years back, April 16th, I think the Shastri Madam is here. So we started our career here. Now 20 years experience. So definitely I'm always there for the youngsters. I'm very happy to see, this right side of the seats, I think almost like 50% we have women. So in Government of India, if you take any schemes for that matter, we have 60%, subsidy for the women group. That means Government of India is very seriously thinking to empower the women. Okay, so you in fisheries, as I mentioned, so there are a lot of opportunity in fisheries. We have, throughout the country, we have 8,200 kilometer coastal length. We have marine water, we have brackish water, we have Himalayan countries, we have northeastern countries. The reservoir system, the many opportunities. If youngsters can think of seriously in this field, yes, Department of Fisheries, Government of India, and NFDB would like to work with all of you to make this field is very sustainable and lucrative also. With this, once again, I thank Director now and his team for arranging this wonderful event. And thank you once again for giving me opportunity to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity in introducing another guest of honor, Mr. Emmanuel Murray, the Investment Director, Caspian, Hyderabad. Emmanuel, sir, is no new to us. He's always been associated with us. He has over 40 years of experience and he's currently working to build the food and agri startup ecosystem. So we're very honored to have you here with us today. We request you to share a few words, please.
Dr. Srinivas Rao, Dr. Center, Dr. Venkateshwar. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. First of all, congratulations to all the startups who are graduating today. You are the reason why the idea exists. So you are solving problems which have defied solutions for generations in agriculture. And I think it's a very formidable challenge that you have taken. It's not an easy journey. And certainly, I think institutions like AIDEA and others need to back you up with a lot of support as you take on this very tough journey in the agri space. Not easy, as I see. Moving to our romance with AIDEA, Caspian's romance with AIDEA, it started in 2016. Madam Kalpana was here, and we supported Agri Udan 2.0 as the platinum sponsor. And since then, we moved down, giving space to Nabard and others to take the lead. We realized that it's not our role to be always being at the top. We need to be the forerunner and then create opportunities for really the mainstream institutions to take over this responsibility of nurturing institutions like AIDEA. And in that, I think during that time, I was also associated in introducing AIDEA to Nabard, bringing the DMD here while he was on a visit to Hyderabad, and the chairman visited later on. It took a long time before actually the support to AIDEA happened. Although we were hoping that would be very quick, but it took its own time. And as Caspian, again, we continue to support. Even yesterday, we have released a grant to AIDEA for this year. It's not very large, but I think the quality of work that you do and the returns on what we contribute is massive. And that's why we continue to work with AIDEA. Apart from that, again, I'm a mentor with AIDEA. I'm mentoring one of the startups in this accelerator program. A student of the PG program will be working with us, an intern soon. So in different ways, we are associated with AIDEA. A little bit about Caspian, I will say that we are debt providers to close to 400 early stage businesses. And the unique thing about what we do is 90% of these are uncollateralized loans, uncollateralized. A large number of these are companies which are still to make profit. So we understand businesses of startups very deeply, and we bet on them. And believe it or not, our portfolio, our NPAs are minimal. Even where we have made some provisions, finally we get them back. So we are an expert in lending to early stage businesses. I am also leading a equity fund. We've just set up an equity fund which is going to invest into agri startups. We've made our first investment. I think we have not publicly announced it, so I can't disclose, but we have already made one investment. We will make over a period of 2 to 3 years at least another 10 investments. Apart from that, I think as you would know, I am on the IC of several incubators. I'm on the IC of ICRISAT, on CIICO, and in different ways I engage with startups, we fund AgHub also. So I'm deeply engaged with the ecosystem. What we can do is very little. You know, when we see the potential of these young people trying to solve, young is only a figurative term. There are people of 40 years and 50 years also working in seriously doing great work. But we just wish we had more money to put behind many more of these startups. And I think Nabard, government, others also need to come into the picture. Private sector like us has a limited scope to do, but we do our best, and we love doing what we do. And I think many of you know me. Congratulations again, and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. Now I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Shantanu Pense, Head of Agribusiness Unit and Government-Sponsored Scheme, State Bank of India. In a career spanning more than 3 decades, sir has a rich experience in retail credit, retail operations, SME credit, and agricultural credit. Under his help, the bank is revamping agri and rural business of bank with key focus on partnership and collaborations, disruption through digitization, optimization of process, products, and platforms. Thank you, sir, for joining with us today. Now, I would request you to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
A very good morning. I hope I am audible. Okay. Yeah, very good morning to all of you. Let's have some energy here. For quite some time, you are listening to what is being said. I thought you're all young. And when he said young, young is not by age, young is by attitude. So, respected Director Sri Srinivas Rao, NAR, Sri Devashish Padi, CGM from Nabard, Sri Emmanuel Mode, Sri Narsimha Murthy sir, Ma'am Sunita Singh, Sri Santil, Joint Director Venkatasuru, everybody here, the faculties, the mentors, and basically many congratulations from State Bank of India to 20 startups who are actually graduating today. It's a big day for you. Many congratulations to each one of you. And all of you guys who are sitting, maybe you will be graduating further or making progress. So all the best on behalf of State Bank of India. It's indeed pleasure for me to be here. In fact, when we executed MOU some time back, I missed that opportunity. And I really feel that I should have come there, but for some engagement, I could not come. But today, interacting with Professor Senthil since morning, I see a lot of collaborative opportunities between NAR, Nabard, State Bank of India. And why I say State Bank of India is that we are actually banker to every Indian. I mean, let me make the perspective is that we have almost 42 crore customers in this country, which is a huge database, and almost 15-16% of the farming community banks with us, which necessarily means that more than 1.5 crore farmers availing loans from in one or the other form from us. I hope I have 15 minutes for me, 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. So, I mean, collaboration with NAR will be a new chapter as far as I am concerned, I think, because we are working all through the country, but this agri startup, and let me tell you, for last 3 or 4 months, the bank is actively engaging with the startups, and I am involved in that activity myself. And this is maybe 7th or 8th such engagement. And many of the startups have already started doing business with us because we are everywhere in the country. In fact, we have almost 23,000 branches all across the country. And the vertical which I work in has somewhere around a agriculture loan portfolio of 1.5 trillion. That's one of the biggest in the industry as such. One thing which I want to tell you is that I'm so thrilled to be here that one of the primary things which you want is, of course, the equity or the fund assistance. But the major focus should be one market ready. Madam also said the same thing, that you have to be ready for the disruption. You need to be ready for the market. Unless you are ready for the market, I mean, the unit may succeed but may not be sustainable. So you should be market ready. And for being market ready, in addition to equity, what you need is debt or a hand-holding from the bankers. So with your permission, I propose that if you allow, we have a State Bank Institute of Rural Banking here in Gachibowli, Hyderabad. We can have a full day session for all your agri startups, where we will make them bank ready. By bank ready, I mean that many of you guys are doing path-breaking work to help and support the farmers' cause with new technology, innovation, idea. But unless you engage with a source of funds which is perennial for you, in addition to capital, then only you can grow and upscale. So bankers are there for you, but many of you may not understand how can you make yourself bankable, or how the bank views you, or does an appraisal of an agri startup. So I would like you to come and request NAR that give us one day. We have a full-scale institute just like NAR right here in Hyderabad. We will hold a full-day program for you to understand. I mean, this will enable the bankers also understand you better, because there will be a two-way interaction. But we will make you understand what is balance sheet, how the balance sheet strength can be built, how a DPR is made, or how a bankers look at DPR, how we evaluate your unit from a commercial angle, what are the kinds of securities, what collateral-free loans are available to you, and so on and so forth. Director, sir, he has left, I suppose. He also made reference to Atmanirbhar schemes. Let me tell you, the kind of Atmanirbhar schemes we have today in last few years are amazing, and very few people are aware about the entire gamut of schemes which are there to take benefit. Say, for example, if I may quote, one such scheme is Agri Infra Fund, and why I'm referring Agri Infra Fund is 1 lakh crore is the allocation done by government, but hardly 20% is used, or not even 20%. And as a country, we actually lose or waste 1.5 trillion rupees worth food, fruit, vegetable. So this wastage of 1.5 trillion is not even whatever neighbors produce in a year. And that is why it is required that your agri startups, you are actually working with the farmer community, is it not? Volume, because I am not getting the master. So please spread this message to the farmers also, and some of you also can have this. Say for example, even small warehouses, cold storages will help immense preserve and create the post-harvest management things in this country. And State Bank is always there. In fact, we are pioneers in addition to are working very closely with the Ministry of Agriculture in Agri Infra Fund and all our branches. And Mr. Vinod Sinha, I will introduce here. He is the DGM Agriculture working for the state. He is here. And Mr. Siva Kumar, he is also a agriculture guy. He is with me. So these are locally, and I sit in Mumbai. I head the entire country's agriculture vertical for State Bank of India. So you can note down my email address cgm.avu@sbi.co.in. So if you have any suggestion, anything, you can raise an email on me. cgm.avu@sbi.co.in. So we'll hold one-day workshop for you in collaboration with NAR, collaboration with Nabard. We are closely associated with Nabard for many decades now. But there are at least 15 or 16 schemes of Government of India which are path-breaking, which the farming community does not know or not aware. In fact, I think Mr. Senthil said this, that we are discussing this on this dais, but the basic farmers, which are actually 85-86% of the farming community, is small and marginal. They do not even know what we are discussing. That is what it struck me. This is because I have a fundamental belief, and that is where you will also come in when you grow up. Farmers take the maximum risk in this entire value chain, but they don't control the supply chain. And that is why they lose. They are the worst losers because they don't control supply chain. And therefore, everybody, including your units, need to be market linked. Unless the market linkage is ready, all you do may not be sustainable. One of the quick wins you can have as your agri startups, I am not aware about what kind of business you do, is SBI has got an app called YONO. You can go into the app. We have got 6 crore active users of YONO. You can quickly come onto our app. It's like Amazon or Flipkart, rather even mother of it. People don't know that is the problem. That there is a Agri Mitra and Mandi, 2 types. If you are providing advisory, you can come on YONO and doesn't cost you. If you are selling something, then also you can come on YONO. So a customer can actually visit YONO and order even 1 bag of fertilizer. That's how the thing is. Unfortunately, people don't know this. That's different. But it's a wonderful platform, and it will become very great in years to come when people know this. Now, Indian, agri business, if you see, is largely unorganized. With agri startups, it is actually in the last 3-4 years, it is getting organized. But one of the speakers made why agriculture is important for our country is 2/3 of our population is directly engaged or indirectly engaged in agriculture activity. Number 1. Number 2, whatever we do, we go, we travel, we stay in house, we wear, whatever amount of mobile you use for sustenance, to be existent, we need to eat at least 2 times in a day. And what we eat 2 times in a day comes from soil or water. So this is one thing which will be there perennially. The technologies may change, whatever may undergo a change. But a country of 140 crore people will need something to eat every single day. And therefore, agriculture or agri startups have got immense future. And I'm so sure that the kind of talent we have in our country, and with the challenges which are happening in West, people are coming now inbound. We have largest number of cattle, the livestock, with the largest sown area in the world, in our country as percentage. The only thing which is missing is the tech piece, technology piece, which will make best and efficient use of water, soil, air, resources, human capital. If you are able to do it, agri startup is the future. I'm sure that we are going to do this. Now, there is a great policy support in the first budget of Ambedkar presented, and you must have gone through the budget, at least the main feature. There is so much policy support that I actually urge upon agri startups to take benefit of. Now, for agri startups, I think SBI should be the preferred banker, and I'm not saying standing on the stage as a salesman for the bank. But from the standpoint that we are in this country, some banks have come and perished and gone, but we are there for 218 years now and going very strong. When engaging with a startup, just giving loan is not the start point. It's not, I mean, it doesn't work that way. We are engaged with at least not less than 75 or 76 startups as of now, in case of agriculture. But we don't start with loans unless you are actually ready for taking loans. But we'll partner with you. You can also come as a business associate of State Bank of India for generating business. We'll also give you products, transaction banking or current accounts or the salary products or the credit cards, even the advisory which is required by you. Of course, the incubators will do that, but all kinds of regulatory things, the regulatory assistance is being given. Loan also is one of the packages. But getting engaged with State Bank of India means that you also have access to almost 1.5 crore farmers which bank with us, which is an amazing ecosystem. This kind of connect will definitely prove very positive for you. We are proposing to have a startup exclusive branch in Hyderabad. We already have an exclusive startup branch in Koramangala, Bangalore, which is doing fantastic. We have a startup exclusive branch in Chennai. We have a startup exclusive branch in Delhi, and we are opening shortly in Hyderabad, Mumbai, and all across. And agri startup is going to be future. As a bank, we will always be there with you. In fact, we request NAR to allow us to engage with these 20 guys, maybe on a video call, so that we understand your business model. And let me tell you, there are so many innovations. I learned GreenPod was also one of your incubated. Yeah, GreenPod is innovation is so wonderful, and I know that guy, Karthi or something. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I had gone to Chennai. I've seen his innovation that only one sachet you put in a vegetable basket or food basket, the shelf life increases like amazing. In fact, there is one startup called Rucart. He's making subjecooler. Now, subjecooler is something very low cost, no power innovation, where you just put your vegetable, a vendor can 20,000-30,000 rupees, that subjecooler. It's something amazing. I know one person from Dharamsala who is actually helping. He's also working in ministry. We are also working with that startup. I will not name it because that's not may not be fully appropriate. Just like when some gehu or chawal is actually procured by either in the mandis, what we have been doing is we just see the grains and see the quality, the color, and whatever. But he makes machines just like size of Xerox machine or a microwave oven, where you can put the grain and tell what is the content of it, whether any germ is there. So anything which is going to be exported, you can take out the report in a minute. So people are doing amazing thing in this country. Unfortunately, it's not getting into the media. we see all kinds of bad stuff when we open a television. But amazing things are being done by youth of this country, and we believe and we are with you. So we'll engage separately with you definitely on behalf of State Bank of India. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. Really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. We have now come to the most important segment of today's event. And here seated with us today are the stars of our day, the 20 startups who are ready for graduation from our incubation program. I'd like to give a brief about Krishi Boot. It's an incubation program which is aimed to attract startups and individuals who are in between early stage MVP or scale-up stage in the field of agriculture, agri-biotech and allied areas, aspiring to grow their innovative ideas to avail support and get incubated at AIDIA. It's a one-year program, and the first cohort was started in November 2021 with 20 early-stage startups for whom AIDIA has provided various services from mentoring to networking, access to investors, FPOs, farmers, physical space, capacity building programs, business support, advisory support, lab facilities, and so on. And here we are today celebrating this graduation ceremony of the Krishi Boot 1.0. I would now like to invite our chief guest, Mr. Devsis Padi sir, the Chief General Manager of Nabard, to award our incubatees. I would also like to invite Dr. Vijay Avinash-Lingam, the additional CEO, to give a brief about the startups while they are receiving the awards.
Tell the name first one.
First,
Quickly.
First, I invite Ms. Lakshmi Preeti from Isayu Farms Private Limited.
Fisheries Farms Private Limited are having the domain on vertical farming, and they have a product of artificial intelligence IoT enabled automatic hydroponic system. They they do the work on digitalized agriculture and farming in the home environments and communities that are benefiting the urban households. So they develop indoor and outdoor home farming units, and the kits combined with automation process.
Thank you so much. I next invite Mr. Madhusudan Anand from Datyat Technology Private Limited.
Mr. Madhusudan Anand is from Data Technology Private Limited. His domain is precision agriculture, and he is having a product of smart farming data and IoT devices. Smart farming data helps farmers and agribusinesses make informed decisions based on near real-time satellite images and environmental parameters.
Thank you, sir. I invite Mr. Asim Jodi from Inventor Hack Innovations Private Limited.
Mr. Asim Jori, Inventor Hack Innovations, work in the domain of precision farming. They conduct quick soil nutrient tests to provide detailed report with predictions, suggestions, and dilutions of crop-specific micro-fertilizers to make farming less profits. They have a kit of soil testing device.
Thank you, sir. I invite Mr. Venkata Sai Teja from Farmova Agri Solutions Private Limited.
Farm Core Agriculture Agri Solutions Limited work on supply chain management. They work with the supply of goods and ensure services to supply to the farmers with proper flow of information to the partners. Their product is Farm Core Partner App. It's an input marketing.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Atano Garari from Social Well Technologies Private Limited.
Mr. Atano Garai, Social Well Technologies Private Limited. They automated business plan for all the FPOs. And the FPOs collect their farmers' data. The app should also auto-create the business plan itself from it.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Harish from Water and Spices Foods Private Limited, e-Pani Puri cards.
Water and Spices Foods Private Limited, Mr. Harish Nurti, work in the product of Pani Puri dispensing machine. His company has automatic dispensing machines, IoT enabled with remote access operated by mobile app.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Sudhana Samantha from Quick Solution Project Consultancy Private Limited.
Quick Solution, Mr. Sudhana Samantha, work on food and beverages. They have the instant products of herbal tea, herbal Quick Solution tea with extra ginger and orange flavors.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Dipender Singh from Microbial Research Lab Private Limited.
So Dr. Dipender Singh is working in the field domain of agri-biotechnology. And in his company, they work on the soil microbiology, one in Latin Asia and Africa, offering automation commercial services for biomass, microbiota, and microbial identification.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Naveen Kumar from Navshali Innovations Private Limited, Hyderabad.
Mr. Naveen works in the water and weather technology. He enhanced the quality, flavor, and consistency of water with natural ingredients with the Ayurvedic herbs.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Vinay Kumar Yadav from Wisdom Private Limited.
Mr. Vinay Kumar Yadav works in the domain of precision or smart farming. He developed a product for low-cost, precise pesticide spraying and pest disease forecasting drone-based system. He worked with a company of his real-time data processing of farm to control crop disease at initial stage.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Aditya Chaturvedi from LI Agritech Private Limited.
Mr. Aditya Chaturvedi works in the precision smart farming, and his technology is based on remote sensing that we able to generate easy to understand visual heat maps and provide farmers various recommendations. His product is on-farm tech for yield management.
Thank you, sir. I invite Mr. Vishwas Gupta from Farm Food Private Limited, Farm to Families.
Mr. Vishwas Gupta works in the field and domain of ICT and IoT in agriculture. His delivery of the produce from farm land to client doorstep. His product is a big platform to farmers to directly connect with urban families.
Thank you, sir. I invite Mr. Somasundaram from Bottom Agro and Dairy Industries Private Limited.
Mr. J. Somasundaram works in the domain of sustainable inputs. He working across the agro ecosystem to decrease the productivity cost, increase production, reduce wastages. The product is a B2B platform for small and medium retailers.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Manish Kumar from Starscale Consultancy Private Limited, Animal ICU.
Mr. Manish Kumar works in the domain of animal husbandry. He developed a product of health-centric virtual animal husbandry service provider.
Thank you, sir. I invite Mr. Krishnaya from Pasiripanta Private Limited.
Mr. Krishnaya works in the domain of sustainable inputs. It is an early stage agri-tech startup focusing on supporting farmers through value chain interventions in agriculture. His one-liner is agriculture supply chain through an integrated digital platform.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Ms. Shruti Rao from Conservation Labs Private Limited.
Ms. Shruti Rao, they work in the domain of farm mechanization. They have a product chili calyx extraction machine. It's a complete automated machine with a zero touch and no manual interventions.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Mr. Srinivas Chindram from MLIT Solutions Private Limited.
Mr. Sriram Chintan works in the domain of animal husbandry. His product is AI-based system for precision livestock farming. And Poultry-Mon is a real-time on remote monitoring solution for poultry hatcheries and farms for increasing productivity and quality.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Devshish Dalla from RR Animal Healthcare.
Dr. Devashish Datta works in the domain of animal husbandry, and his product equine immunoglobulin IgF AB2 hyperimmune serum. He developed practical solutions for the emerging health challenges of the animals.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Sumit Sharma from Celebrating Farmers Edge International Private Limited.
Mr. Sumit Sharma works in the domain of innovative food technology, and his product is unique value-added products of sugarcane. He has created a unique line of sugarcane value-added products, one of a kind. This Ganna, Jalebi, Ganna, Gola, sugarcane ice cubes, and sugarcane juice bricks.
Thank you, sir. And finally, I invite Mr. Vikram Srirama from Ambicure Private Limited.
Mr. Vikram works in the domain of ICT, IoT, and agriculture. He's having a product of paddy quality tester, which is a non-destructive testing instrument to assay the quality of paddy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulating all the graduated startups once again. In continuation to that, AIDA has also organized a program called Ignite for the students who are pursuing graduation and above to motivate them towards entrepreneurship and agriculture. These students present their innovative and problem-solving ideas. And the total number of applications we received this time for Ignite 3.0 was 201. And after 3 rounds of vigorous screening, we have 4 winners for this Ignite 3.0. I would like to invite all our dignitaries and our directors, sir, to present the awards to the winners of Ignite. The first place goes to Ms. Rafia Mushtaq, Shah-e Kashmir University of Agricultural Sciences and Technology of Kashmir.
She and her team member of Malik can be here. This is for her innovation and development of cost-effective solution for small and marginal farmers through a mechanized, sustainable approach for various cultural practices to increase the productivity potential of apple crops and save economic returns of farmers.
The cash award of 20.
They're receiving the cash award of 25,000.
They are able to have a free incubation request. All these. Yes.
Now I invite the second prize winner of Ignite 3.0, that is Dr. Rohit Sharma. He is a PhD scholar, Animal Genetics and Breeding from Lala Lajpat Rai University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Hisar, Haryana. His team members are Dr. Umesh Kumar Jaiswal, Dr. Mohammad Ishan Hashami. His innovation is in Tracker Milk Collar, which is an automatic system, mechanically balance and offer the feed in the trough as per animal's life condition.
And they are receiving a cash prize of rupees 15,000. Congratulations.
The third prize winner of Ignite 3.0 is Ms. Deepika A. She is a third-year student of BTech from Food Technology student, Nehru Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. She and her team member, Sindhuja B, will be coming for the same award. They have the innovative idea of development of an edible cutlery with zero plastic film incorporated with millets. It possesses plenty of medical and therapeutic properties.
And they receive a cash prize of rupees 10,000. Congratulations.
The fourth prize winner for the best presentation of innovative ideas of Adelaide is Ms. Samina
Thank you, sir.
Dhoni, MSc Horticulture from Sharif Kashmir University of Agricultural Sciences and Technology of Kashmir, a team member Dr. Khurshid Hussain. This is for her innovation in development of
many of the awards. And after this year, she applied to bioelectric also she brought it. So actually, we have only 3 awards, but the jury members decided that the fourth one is almost equal to third. So you have to invite them and honor and encourage them.
This is her for her innovation in development of cost-effective solution for small and modular farmers through a mechanized, sustainable approach for various cultural practices to increase the productivity and potential of apple crops and save economic returns of farmers. Thank you for all the winners.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. And once again, congratulating all the graduated startups and the Ignite winners. I would now like to invite and introduce Mr. Devshish Padi, our chief guest for today, and the CGM of Nabard Mumbai. Shri Devshish Padi sir heads of the Off-Farm Development Department in Nabard and is responsible for policy design, formulation, and monitoring of promotional initiatives of Nabard in the off-farm sector in the entire country. His department looks after skill OFPO GI marketing support to rural artisans through Rural Heart Smarts exhibitions and mobile mart vehicles. He has over 35 years of experience in the field of agriculture and rural development, including institutional development and supervision of rural financial institutions, microfinance, natural resource management, off-farm sector, financial inclusion and banking technology. He's also served in various capacities in the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, and Maharashtra. He's also a certified associate of Indian Institute of Bankers. Sir, we are very honored to have you here with us today, and I kindly request you to address the gathering. Please, sir.
So, the presiding officer for today's program, the distinguished guest from SBI, Mr. Pence, Madam Sunita Singh, Mr. Murray, all the other distinguished guests in the field, and other members sitting in this hall, and finally all the students and the 20 startups as well as the 4 award winners who were present here. I'm really delighted to be here. For so many reasons, because there are many things which you do for a profession, and there are certain things which give you satisfaction in life. So I'm sure that today all these 20 startups who have graduated today, they have chosen this because this gives them satisfaction. They feel that they should not travel the regular path, they should do something different. So that is all the more reason I'm happy to be present here, because that gives me all the more satisfaction rather than giving certificates to somebody who is passing out as a graduate of agriculture or postgraduate to do a job in any government or private institutions. So for me, giving away these awards, has got a different connotation, because the potential which you people have cannot be matched. Now, before I really go, I should speak a little about Nabard. Many of you know, but let me put Nabard in the right perspective. Nabard is owned by the government of India. We are a 100% government-owned organization, but we are not the government. So there is a difference. Why I am saying this? If I am not able to put this in perspective, you may not be able to understand what Nabard does, why we do, and why we do not do certain things also. So, many times, many people ask me, sir, do you do CSR? For your information, those of you know that any company which makes have a share capital beyond say 5 crores and they make a particular amount of profit, they have to spend a particular amount for CSR. See, Nabard is an institution which spends almost the entire money in CSR. Whatever profit we make, we spend in CSR. In the sense that after taking care of our administrative expenses, whatever profit Nabard makes, that we spend for our development programs. And there is one more very big difference. For our day-to-day operations or our functioning, we do not get any support or budgetary support from government. Of course, being in the government, our owner, they give us the share capital. But for our development programs, whatever we do, for that, we, out of our profit, our business, whatever profit we earn, we plow it back to different funds, and through those funds, we spend money or we spend in the developmental programs. Now, the issue is where we spend. We spend in areas where others don't go, which are difficult areas. For example, I would like to say that when we started SSG bank linkage program in early 90s, it was think that poor were not bankable. We ran pilots. We proved that poor are bankable. And what India has done in SSG bank linkage program, probably no other program in the entire world might have, nobody would have done. It might not have received the accolades internationally, what Bangladesh received, but probably if there is an independent assessment, the work which India has done, probably no other program has done in the entire world. That is another side of the story, whether because as an institution, probably as a government-owned institution, as a regulator, probably, in fact, until today, we don't know how to market ourselves. And like my predecessors said, if you, I can tell you, a daily you take one good thing which all these institutions have been doing. I can tell you in the dais, whether it is SBI or it's Nabard or PV or Madam whatever. I know, we know, or even Caspian also. Like if you take one good good work which they have done, and you run a serial for 365 days, you will be having enough program to run a program. But that is another side of the story. we have in Nabard also, we have got so many, things which we have done. Probably we have not marketed it that way, but that's not the issue. What I'd like to say is, like we started JLG program, then JLG become all the NBFCs, they have adopted these, even bankers, they have now, it is a very popular way of financing. We started the FPO program, then as a pilot, we did some 100, 200, 500 of our own, whatever we can do out of our own money. Then it was picked out by the government of India. There was a government sponsored 10,000 program which was announced in the budget. In fact, KCC designing, many people may not be knowing the original designing of the KCC program was done by Nabard. After that, it became a very popular model for the banks to finance. So what I'm trying to say is, we keep doing things, pilots, developmental works out of this, and I'm really thankful that government has created such a beautiful organism, and I'm a part of that. And but there is coming to this specific space. Honestly speaking, if we talk about the startup movement, it started in 2015 with the announcement of our present Prime Minister, who really set the tone for the startup ecosystem in the country. In fact, honestly, if you do some analysis, after 2015 only, the whole ecosystem started working, and fund of funds was announced for the SIDB, all this NSTDB, DPPIT, BIRAC, Raptor, all this agriculture, every department started in agriculture ministry, everybody started working. So in 2017, when this fund of funds was announced for SIDB, our chairman said, okay, SIDB has got the money, let us do something. As I said, why I said right from the beginning, he said, okay, let us start this incubation process. We don't know what is an incubator. Let us learn in the process. Let us fund some of the incubators. So as of today, we have supported 7 incubation centers, and all of you are aware that the A-Idea now is one of the incubation centers which Nabard has supported. And as I was saying earlier to some of the people, Nabard doesn't go to institutions where the money is flowing. So we have not supported in Delhi, we have not supported in Mumbai, we have not supported in Bangalore, but we have supported in Kharagpur, IIT Kharagpur, in Hishar, in Madurai, in Gujarat, in Gwalior, in Hyderabad. So places where normally the money flow is not there. So that is a conscious decision by Nabard to go to places where others will not invest. That is in our mandate. That is in our DNA. When somebody makes an analysis of the performance, they may say that my performance is not up to the mark. Probably if I have gone to Delhi IIT or Bombay IIT or Bangalore, maybe I would have shown a different or better picture purely from the performance angle. But the clientele which I have been able to reach through these institutions, I would not have reached there, or I could not have attained through those institutions. Those institutions are already doing a great job, and Nabard tries to act in fields like, as I said, when I saw 2 award winners from Jammu and Kashmir, I felt so glad that we have people who are doing such a wonderful job in that part of the country. So that's more satisfying than It's not that if someone is good or someone is less good or someone is better. Now, coming to this, so far as our support system is concerned, we support for the day-to-day operations of the listing salary and other expenses, in some parts, some renovation and other things. Also, we do one more thing. At the bootstrap level, we also provided some support to the incubation centers. That is up to 5 lakhs per person. there we, in a very nascent stage or an idea stage, somebody is there to develop the idea to a prototype. We provided with bootstrap assistance through our incubation centers. Then we also have a catalytic capital fund where we support up to 1 crore support to the startups for taking their prototypes to the market fit level. Then Nabard has one subsidiary, that is Nab Ventures, which supports the startups for their business expansion level. That is at least B series onwards they start funding. What I mean to say is Nabard supports at the prototype stage. We support from prototype to market fit stage, and then at the business level stage. Naturally, the demand of this sector is thousands and thousands of crores of rupees, and no individual organization can match this. So probably that is where the role of individual investors, venture capitalists like Caspian and other institutions have to play a greater role in investing the money. So as I said, I am a small player in this field because I have got limited resources, and I have to do out of my own profit. But the intention is very clear, and these things is only going to increase in future. Now, you must have seen 2 years back, there was a budget announcement, the government of India. They want to do the blended funding. That blended funding, the contours are being finalized. That will be a direct financing by Nabard to the startups. That will be the direct equity support, but that is going to come. In what form it will come as of now, I cannot say, because ultimately it is the government of India which will take a call. But Nabard will be the agency which will be supporting the startup directly. What I mean to say is, where Nabard aims to be a bigger player in this field in future. So I will be collaborating with all the institutions in a more intense way in the times to come. Now, as I said, there are many other institutions. As I said, the incubation center they have supported. But one more difference which Nabard has with the incubation center is, I think Sari is aware, and Madam is here. They are running incubation centers, but we do not, just give money. Like in any family, I think how Nabard sees is, we provide the financial support. It's like a family, and the father also supports the family, but the mother takes care of the whole responsibility of the family. That's why mother's position in our society is something which nobody else get that position. So, but there is a difference between how other institutions do and what Nabard does. We remain in the board of the institutions. We also remain in the PMIC of the those institutions. That means we are part of your board of directors. We get involved in the process. We also soil our hands. We also get involved in the process, and that is at the policy level. And at the execution level also, we also get associated with them in the incubation center through our regional offices which are there here. And that's not all. It's not we don't see this as a single project. All our other programs, development programs, Nabard has got so many programs, whether it is FPOs or SHGs or JLGs or a millet program or so many, farm sector, water shed, so many things. there also we are associated with through these institutions. That means though this project is a single project, but our other programs also simultaneously we are working with them, and we want to work this model in future. So one good thing, I mean, I'm very happy to say that our AI idea now, they have done it in a very professional way. That they have, in fact, they have come out with a booklet which gives that how a incubation center should start operating. What are the basics to be done. With that, I think those who want to do new incubation centers, that booklet can be a very useful document which I have seen, and probably this function which they are having today, this can also give a lead to other institutions. You do it in a formal way, like they said that you want to have the alumni, and you can have, like, you say that, okay, I'm from the IIM so many batch, or this thing so many batch. Those people who are there, they can always say that, okay, they graduated in 23. In Nabard also, when we join, okay, you are from 88 batch, you are from 92 batch. In civil services, if they introduce, they meet the, in fact, SBI also, when the people join, they, okay, you joined this batch. So that's how, people identify themselves. And I'm really happy to say that it's a very good, thing to introduce. And as I said, they are the mother of all institutions so far as agriculture research and this thing is concerned. And we are proud to be associated with them. And I'm happy that other institutions like SBI is having a tie-up with them. And I will like to say that, Mr. Penn said, that Nabard has also supported, as I said, many other this thing. The way you do for FPOs, we also have off-farm producers organizations. We also support weavers, artisans, because we know that weavers and artisans, more than 70% are women. And if you don't take care of gender issues, the country cannot develop. You cannot develop the country if you leave out 50% of your population out of your developmental program. Similarly, you cannot develop your country unless you think about the rural areas. So, if you are really, that gives me a thought. Probably, if we can think, can we have a MOU for supporting our OFPOs? In fact, we will like to have more discussion on this. Even Madam also, if you are working in this field, we will like to have. Please visit us, our office in Mumbai. I'm there, and we can look forward to further working together in this field. Finally, I'll come to the 20 people, 20 boys who are graduating today. I've got a small, I've got a message for you. See, you have taken a decision not to, travel a normal path. You have decided to become an entrepreneur. Some of you could have decided to do a job and then, 10 to 5 job or somewhere, and okay, lead a very contented, of course, life. You have decided to be an entrepreneur. It is a very different experience, but it's a very challenging experience. And but I really congratulate all of you for that. And I know all of you will not succeed, but even if you don't succeed, it will make you such a mature person. You will do something else. In some way or other, you will do good. I'm not trying to, say all good things. My experience tells me that I should tell you what is the reality. The reality is very hard, in the sense that tomorrow, if you go to an institution for money, you will not get the same response the way maybe somebody will take. For example, don't take it otherwise. If you go to any bank for a loan, definitely you will be asked questions. And there is nothing wrong in being asked questions, because SBI branch manager or an NBFC, Mr. Caspian or Mr. SBI who are representing here, they have to judge you not, they are business organizations. They have part of social responsibility. They have to see what is your business model. So if you have thought that, okay, it may be a developmental program for Nabard or developmental program for AIDR. But when you go to the market, you will be based on your performance. Make yourself so strong. Don't depend on the goals or the grants of others. Make yourself so strong that the institutions queue before you to give you support or loan or other things. And I tell you out of my experience, if you have an idea which is worth, to develop as a business model, trust me, you will not be wanting. Can definitely catch the attention of the people who want to invest money. If you all of you from the lighter side, do you know what is the biggest tension for Mr. Pence? Being as SBI of CGM of SBI, his biggest tension is that how to give loan. That is his biggest tension. He cannot sleep in the night because next day morning his chairman is going to take a review and his performance has not increased from the last month. That is his tension. But the fact remains that he cannot give it to all and sundry. He has to recover the money. He is a professional organization. It is similarly applicable to everyone. So my message to you, don't take you to the level where you depend on others' grant or others' largesse. You force the other institutions to lend money to you the way the growth of ecosystem, startup ecosystem has increased this country, and India is now the third largest ecosystem so far as the startups is concerned. But unfortunately, we have got around 100, as they say, unicorns as on date. But my heart sometimes thinks that till today we do not have a single, a single startup which is from the agriculture sector. I know it is difficult, but I wish one day one of these 20 from you will be the first unicorn of India. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. As a token of our love, I now request our director, sir, to give a token of memento to our chief guest, Mr. Reshis Paddy. Please, sir. I also request the director, sir, to give away a memento on behalf of area to Mr. Shantanu Pensian, the Chief General Manager of SBI. I request you, sir, to give the memento to Mr. Emmanuel Murray, the Investment Director of Caspian, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir. I request you, sir, to give the memento to Dr. L. Narasimha Murthy, Senior Executive of Director of NFDP, Hyderabad. I request you, sir, to give away the memento to Ms. Sunita Singh, the Executive Vice President of Barbani Foundation, Mumbai. Thank you, sir. I now request our CEO, Dr. Senthil Vinayakam, sir, to give away the memento to our Director, sir. Thank you, sir. I also request our additional senior, Dr. Vijay Avnashalingam, to give away the memento to our joint director, sir. Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Devashis Padiji and CGM Nabard Mumbai, and a guest of honor, Mr. Santanu Panseji, CGM SBI Mumbai, and Emmanuel Mureji and Investment Director Caspian, Narasimha Murthy Garu, NFDB Hyderabad, and Madam Sunita Ji, Executive Vice President, Wadhwani Foundation Mumbai, and our JD, our CEO, our additional CEO, and particularly today the graduates, startup graduates, and guests, mentors, particularly Ramana Garu and our former colleague Dr. Kalpana, and our students and all alumni and bank friends, and our own colleagues from AIDA as well as NAR. It is indeed a pleasure and a very happy moment when Dr. Senthil Vinayakam, CEO, was presenting. That kind of such a graduation ceremony has been happened first time for startups. And we take very proud for this. And these startups varies from microbe to sensor to animal husbandry to horticulture to soil testing to and what is that pani puri. And so these people would ready to take innovations and challenges at the same time. And AIDA, in fact, very proud that our journey and is excellent, very satisfying, taking the incubation to acceleration. And also today we are proudly say that about 130 startups are very, very strongly associated. And we have made many supporting systems for the startup culture. As Dr. Senthil Vinayakam was telling that how we had extended MOEs to support local ecosystems at the same time. And most of we would like to see a lot of agri graduates should come to agri startup culture. Around 3,000 plus students across the 20 state agriculture universities have been sensitized. Maybe that is Manipur to Andaman Nicobar to Gujarat to Kashmir. The diversity, we would like to take up that intensive activity to see that first of all awareness creation. There is a lot of opportunity for agri startup culture. And Devashis ji was telling that very happy that you are recipients of graduation ceremony, you are awarded, but there are many challenges. Some of the messages have been built today is that you need to be a customer friendly, customer orientation is required. At the same time, technology should be very, very strong, and the technology also should be very dynamic. I take that Murthy Saab has told about fisheries, and we have marine fisheries and brackish water fisheries and mostly inland fisheries. But when you have inland fisheries, the ponds are dried up. How to take what are the experimentation you have to do immediately? Whether salt water had to be added to some extent, how fresh water, to what extent we can add. I think a dynamic technology is required. So you need to be having customer sensitization, stakeholders consultation. At the same time, technology should be strong. Your mentors should be strong, and the mentors should be, in fact, in a way that they are part and parcel of your own core system. And at the same time, finally, funding. We are happy today. We have Nabard here with great funding for us, particularly to take up these virtues and endeavors to the entire country. And these startups, not only particularly, I am very happy that for student innovators, I'm very proud that these are the student innovators in agriculture. Students also now thinking process has been changed. Not only they are the simply grad job seekers and they would like to move towards innovations and job providers. And at the same time, many challenges. For example, some of our startups are related to agriculture. Last 2 days, we have seen that entire Telangana, Rangareddy districts, there is a severe hailstorms where 15 to 18 centimeters thick layer of hailstone. Lot of horticulture economy has spoiled in Maharashtra and these countries. So how to do that challenge? See, farmers are always, in fact, some of our senior members told that farmers are always risky. And if they are not linked with the markets, they are further risky. So, for example, mango has fallen, entire mango has fallen. For example, so what to do that mango? So we usually, traditionally, we expect from mango to Madarapalli to from Rangareddy to we take it and pulp making and juice making. But suddenly entire mango has fallen up 50%, another these things. And what to do? So that's why yes, continuous innovation is required. And Debashish also suggested some of the challenges. But always there are opportunities. A unsuccessful startup to successful startup, there are plenty of opportunities because India is a vast country and our food production is number 1, number 2, number 3 in many countries, from milk to meat to fish to horticulture to many cotton to oil seeds to big opportunities available in India. India is a food secured country, and but without innovations we cannot create wealth, we cannot create jobs. So that is the important process. And one more point, startup sustainability is you need to have awareness where the funding opportunities are there. Today, many of our guests were told a lot of funding opportunities. So see that what are the funding opportunities, and at the same time, and NAM is a big opportunity, sir. And we have entire ecosystem, congenial ecosystem at the academy. Not only scientists, Krishi Vijnana Kendra, state agriculture universities, policy makers, and our incubation center. We have 130 agribusiness management students. At the same time, recently I was sharing with you a policy dialogue, how to work the academia, industry, and the government departments together. So recently we have done big, in the International Year of Millets, a big program with the Nabard, Telangana, how to mainstream millets, what are the policy requirements are there, whether minimum support price is there for enhancing mainstreaming pulses. So these are some of the important opportunities which are available in this. We are also starting a certificate course for farmer producing organizations, so that we wanted to see that link up. AID has taken a lot of programs immersing both startups and FPOs. Recently, I attended Bangalore, and recently we have done in Northeast and also in Madurai. Several programs we wanted to connect with the startups to FPOs so that they gel each other. In fact, very, very beautiful ideas have come that in gelling process, then FPOs are asking questions, startups are responding to FPO. So that is the culture. In India, perhaps smallholders, some of our SBI friend has suggested smallholder farmers. We would like to see a combined collective activity of farming. Either today or tomorrow, whether we like or don't like it, in Indian agriculture, Indian food system will be combined activity, a cooperative activity. So how to nurture these institutions is very, 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 very important. Particularly, I'm very happy with the Nabard for Debashish Padeji. And in fact, you have suggested to sensitize a large number of students. In fact, we would like to reach out through Nabard project to the more than 40,000 students. So one project is pending with Debashish at Nabard headquarters. So from 3,000, which we have sensitized to 20 state agriculture university, we would like to go to the agriculture colleges within the state agriculture university. We would like to sensitize the students, and there is a big opportunity. There are problems, there are constraints. Overall, there could be a success possibility. We would like to orient. We would like to see agriculture in terms of overall a business orientation. So thank you very much. In fact, we are very happy with the Nabard. In fact, all the three former chairmen of current chairman and former two chairmen visited NARM. Not only single time, several times they have visited, and we are really working each other. Yesterday there was one meeting how data sharing opportunities with the NARM and Nabard. So we will be continuously working with various Nabard and SBI, and Madam also has suggested some of the important points how she would like to connect with the NARM and our agriculture systems with a lot of government in agri education and agriculture. We are very happy, Madam, what you suggested in the morning. Similarly, in fact, I appreciate the Caspian. It is the first helper, in the beginning helper of our AIDR. So we always take pride with Association of Caspian in the journey of Agri-Udaan journey series. And thank you very much for all of you for getting involved with the NAR in the overall building agri startup ecosystem. So I would like to promise all of you and also startups, we would take this activity intensively with the association of all the partners and who are sitting on the dais and off the dais, especially some of the banks additionally came, HDFC and of course State Bank of India. And certainly we will take forward how to intensify the startup ecosystem in the country, which is the critical requirement for India. Thank you very much for coming over in big number, and my best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
With the permission of the President and Dayas, I would like to leave because I have flight at 3:50. Thank you very much. I would like to leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we come to the end of the program, I now request Dr. N.A. Vijay Avinashalingam, the additional CEO of AIDIA and the Principal Scientist ICAR now, to talk a few words about the seed investment and also to deliver the vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Thank you to everyone, and it's a good day today from morning because we have completed one mentoring for the startups, completed about 10 to 10:30, sir, and we have been here. And it's one of the very good news today. We got a tune of 50 lakhs seed fund we got for our two startups, sir. One is Farm who got about 10 lakhs, and another one is Genflow, which we got about another 25 lakhs. So it's a good news from our side, like which we expect every startups to be performed like in the same spirit and reach to their heads. So thank you once again, and it gives me immense pleasure to give word of thanks to this graduation ceremony. And now it's time to conclude the graduation ceremony, but I hope the conclusion of this event is not an end. It's just a beginning for a wonderful agricultural startup ecosystem, leading to new collaborations, opportunities, and win-win between startup, agribusiness industry, and incubators. It's an honor to be part of the celebration. This graduation ceremony is the first from India, ICAR, from having many firsts like Agri-Udaan, Ignite, etc. It's such a pleasure to share in the intensity of happiness of all the graduating startups filling this auditorium at now. Startups, you're probably working and wondering, it looks like you feel that you have joined now and you are getting graduated now. So it's been one of the almost 2 years, which we could see with all the smile, and still we wish you always that you have to go still much more higher heights and get more investments. And I wish that innovations of the startups and forthcoming startups would really help the last mile stakeholders, that is farmers and Indian industries and all the target customers. So I must say the formal word of thanks for making significant contribution for this program. First of all, our heartfelt thanks are due to the respected Sri Devashish Padi sir, CGM OFTD Nabard Mumbai, chief guest for this graduation ceremony, for accepting our invitation and to be as a chief guest for this graduation ceremony in spite of his busy schedule. We are highly grateful to our guest of honors, Mr. Shantanu MC, CGM SBI, ABO and GSS Mumbai, Mr. Emmanuel Murray, Investment Director, Caspian Hyderabad, Dr. L. Narasimhamurthy, Senior Executive Director, NFTV Hyderabad, and Ms. Sunita Singh, Executive Vice President, Wadhwani Foundation, co-founder Mumbai. for providing the timely suggestions and making their availability during this wonderful graduation ceremony in spite of their busy schedules. We are extremely thankful to our esteemed director, Dr. Sigat Srinivas Rao Garu, ICR NOM and President AIDIA, who always stood firm behind and motivate us to steer AIDIA to reach Himalayan heights. We are thankful to our respected Joint Director, Dr. G. Venkateshwar Garu, and Vice President AIDIA, ICR NOM, for supporting AIDIA on day-to-day basis and motivating us in each and every moment. Thank you, sir. And our sincere thanks to all the directors and officials from various ICR institutes, officials from Nabard, Mr. Somasundramji, Dr. Kalpana Shastri Ma'am, former JD from NOM, Mr. M. V. Ramana, Advisor Saminati, Dr. Ratika Rani, Professor NIRD, Mr. Khan, Consultant NIRD, Dr. Hari Prasad, Principal Scientist, Minister of Rice Research, Mr. Vivek Vermaji, Mentor and Member of SSMC, Mr. Vamshi and Team HTFC, Mr. Subhash IOB, and DGM Nabard, Mr. Sinha GM SBI, and CEOs from incubators, heads of various divisions, APO foundations, and Chief Administrative Officer, CFAO, scientist, and all our graduated startups, Ignite awardees and present incubators of AIDIA who took time for participating in this graduation ceremony and making it as a grand success. Thanks are due to our outreach partners to make this graduation ceremony a grand success. Our thanks to all the ecosystem partners like ABIs, TBIs, T-Hub, and other investors for extending their helping hand as and when required. Our special thanks to all the mentors, members, evaluators, well-wishers of AIDIA, ICR NOM, who have supported in this journey throughout its inception till date. Our thanks to all the various resource persons who help AIDIA on a day-to-day basis, and our deep gratitude and thanks to all the investors community, agribusiness industry, government institutions, and other organizations who have spared their valuable time to attend this graduation ceremony. We thank all enthusiasts, ABM students, and coordinators, government agencies, media, incubators, and other supporting agencies who have been supporting us throughout. My special regards to our team of AIDIA at NOM, specifically Dr. Senthil Vinayagam, Dynamic CEO, who is instrumental in conducting this graduation ceremony of its own kind with the support of President and Vice President of AIDIA NOM. Thanks to COO, both the PDMs, project and investment executives, and all the members of AIDIA and all the other colleagues of the team who have put in relentless efforts for the last 2 months to conduct this graduation ceremony. Our thanks to everyone who have supported us in administration, training, IT support, photography, press and media, directly or indirectly for this event. We are extremely thankful if we missed by any chance of missing anyone, and we owe you a special thanks as well. We request all of you to stand up for the national anthem. Yeah, just a minute.
Form over. Please call them. Check.
Yeah, I call Mr. Sai Teja Form over to receive the check from our dignitaries. Mr. Sai Teja Form over, the founder and the co-founders, they are here. Next, Genflow A, Mr. Gaurav. So he's getting the seed fund from BIRAC as well as from Catalytic Capital Fund of Nabard, sir. This is. Thank you. So I request all of you to stand for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगद्वितरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गावे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय
Sir, I request Ignite awardees and startups to have a photograph.
All 20 awardees.
All 20 awardees
20
to
awardees. Please
on
come
the
for
stage.
that. And we invite all of you for lunch. Lunch has been arranged in Scientist Home and Halls of Residence. I request all of you please join for the lunch. Thank you for coming. Please have a lunch.
The 20 startups can come on the stage.
This one. Yes. Sir. What is it? No, it's income life. Will be covering, na? Cover all that.
One or two can come.
You are more important. No, back, little back to go. Yes, sir. No, I think yes, sir. So that is, even if I am cut my shoes. No, I did not like. Thank you.
This Ignite awardees also please come on the stage.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for all the startups and we invite Ignite awardees to come on the stage.
Please quickly come. Okay, sir.
Thank you so much.